Hey, it's Debbie, and I'm doing another solo podcast to dive into little 30-minute topics. Today, I want to talk about the benefits of adaptogens, especially I'm interested in how much, how often, what are the benefits. So looking at the why and then the dose to create effective dose to create a positive effect on my performance, my recovery, my brain focus, my sleep, and stress reduction. So I am going to hopefully get Sean Wells to come back on the show to talk about adaptogens and mushrooms and go into other performance enhancing foods that can help us perform better, as well as some supplements, ideally, putting stuff in our coffee or drinking them because we don't need to take more capsules, more pills. I'm all about figuring out what can we get out of our food to make our food more nutrient dense and effective for fat loss, performance, and longevity. So let's pull up my screen and look at what I've been diving into. So what are adaptogens? So here we go. We find an article from the Botanical Institute. What are adaptogens? First of all, and Dr. Stacy Sims has lots of info on here that she talks about on her website about adaptogens, but here's one I found. Adaptogens are herbs that can help the body adapt to stress, support normal metabolic function, and help restore balance. All right. So Dr. Israel Breckham, who is the scientist discovered adaptogens, he said they have three primary qualities. Adaptogens are non-toxic and safe to take long-term. Second, adaptogens provide a state of non-specific resistance to stress. And number three, adaptogens have a balancing effect on the body, helping the body to restore back to normal function, homeostasis, to balance. So essentially, adaptogens, they say, work to increase the body's resistance to physical, biological, emotional, and environmental stressors and provide a defense in response to stress, which we all need. Adaptogens are different from other herbs in their ability to restore the balance of endocrine hormones, modulate the immune and nervous systems, and allow the body to maintain optimal homeostasis. And if you're watching the video, you can tell that I was just looking up mud water because I've got ads all over for mud water as I order it auto ship every couple months. But they have great options for your mushroom adaptogens. So you can see what I just was Googling. And I even use DuckDuckGo. So I don't know why everything shows up here. All right. So what else do they say? How do adaptogens work? Great question. I'm always curious about the why of everything. How does that work? Like it was windy yesterday. What makes the wind blow so fast, so hard, and nonstop? Why do we have a rainstorm? Why does the surf come up so high tide in the winter and bring rocks? So I always ask why. Same with food. Same with nutritional therapy. How do adaptogens work? Well, here's what they say in this article. Adaptogens help your body balance stress by supporting the HPA axis, hypothalamic pituitary to adrenal axis. And remember, I talked in previous episodes, HPA axis, hypothalamus to pituitary to adrenal axis. There's also the HPG and the HPT. So hypothalamic pituitary to gonads, hypothalamic pituitary to thyroid. So everything's connected. If the hypothalamus pituitary gland are not functioning at optimal level, we have dysfunction. So side note. Okay, so HPA axis is a term used to represent interaction of the HPA glands, and the HPA axis controls our response to stress. So they show in research that adaptogens work by re-regulating the HPA axis. They can help produce a positive stress response within the body and balance hormonal function. So the balancing of their stress response, adaptogenic herbs allow you to adapt and better handle life stressors. Their ability to impact HPA axis, they also have a secondary action within the body. So it is pretty interesting because as athletes, we are putting stress on our body, just living busy daily life, right? We get up early, work out, you go to work, you have kids, family duties, financial stress, work stress, exercise stress, we have constant stressors. And then if you're not eating optimal amount of nutrient-dense foods, if you're having inflammatory stress from foods you're eating that you're reactive to, those are additional stressors. If you're using toxic ingredients in your makeup and your hair products and your lotions and cleaning supplies, so you're having more toxins, more stressors. So we have a lot of chronic stress. So I think for athletes, it's really important to, even more than others, to add adaptogens, to add in some breathing exercises, add in more stress reduction exercises into our busy day. So let's go into the health benefits of adaptogens. May reduce cortisol response, may provide adrenal support, may support better sleep, and may increase physical stamina and endurance. Adaptogens have been shown to increase athletic performance, and they say through extensive experiments on athletes, especially in Russia, scientists have demonstrated the value of adaptogens for increasing endurance and shortening recovery time from both training and sport injuries. Specifically, cordyceps, the adaptogenic mushroom, is shown to support improved tolerance to high-intensity exercise after supplementation. And then we also have heard about eleuthero, ashwagandha, and rhodiola. Has also adaptogens have been found to improve physical. So we also have the symptoms of arthritis that can be improved with reishi mushroom, ginseng, and lots more information. Now, who can use adaptogens? Well, I think I'm specifically talking about endurance athletes, but should be used by athletes, adults, and they're not recommended for children as they can influence their endocrine hormonal system. Pregnant women should be careful when taking adaptogens since there's limited safety data when to take, how much to take while you're pregnant. And then with all herbs, check with your doctor or pharmacist before taking adaptogens. Everyone says that. And what do doctors know about adaptogens? Probably not anything. Can you mix adaptogens together is a good question. So combining adaptogens to enhance the positive effects, I call this stacking. I always try to figure out what can I take all together because I don't want to take like 10 different things separately. So here's the answer here. It says combining adaptogens to enhance their positive effects and reduce problems such as side effects, high cost, and unpleasant taste is something to look at. But remember, one of the characteristics of adaptogens is that they're safe to take long-term, and you want them safe to take. So you want to look at how we can get more bang for your buck, the minimal effective dose, and how to stack things to get more out of it. So there's some good combinations to look at ashwagandha with, I don't know, this one, Condonopus dang shen, plus Shava for anemic women. That's one stack. Holy basil and rhodiola helps for brain health and cognitive function. Another stack is ashwagandha, Asian ginseng, and kistancha, helps male sexual function. And then they talk about how much adaptogens you can take. So looking at the dosage is something to look into, and how long to take. Is it ineffective if we take it more often? So looking at ashwagandha is a popular one a lot of people talk about. That is good in medicine for a long time, in Ayurvedic medicine. And there's lots more you can look up on this article from the Botanical Institute, but primary adaptogens: ginseng, ashwagandha, cordyceps mushroom, eleuthero, tulsi, holy basil, reishi mushroom, rhodiola, shashandra, shilachit, and then secondary adaptogens, there's another list. So finding what works for you, this is a good, another resource at the bottom of this article, which adaptogen is right for me. So looking at the right stack based on what your goals are is something to look at. Okay, so you can look at that, botanicalinstitute.org/adaptogens. Now, here's a great article I found on lion's mane from naturesrise.com on their blogs, Brain Food and /lion's mane pre-workout. So pretty interesting. 6 reasons to take lion's mane before a workout. So they say lion's mane boosts physical performance during workouts by reducing fatigue, promoting muscle growth, improving recovery, and enhancing oxygen utilization. In addition to mushroom promotes the natural growth factor and improves fat metabolism, allowing you to quickly and efficiently replace fat with muscle mass. So fat doesn't turn into muscle. This kind of comes out wrong on this page. you decrease fat and you increase your muscle strength. Doesn't move one to the other. Now, lion's mane, you can use them in smoothies or in your coffee, lots of different ways to put them in. Now, fights fatigue, promotes muscle growth. Lion's mane, let's stop on this one. Pre-workout supplement promotes muscle growth by increasing the insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, reducing inflammation, supporting nerve function. The mushroom, lion's mane, increases IGF-1 that plays a crucial role in muscle growth and recovery. It also enhances effects of workout supplements like inositol, which also boost growth hormone. Also, the anti-inflammatory properties can reduce muscle damage and promote recovery after exercise, improving muscle growth and physical performance. So another reason right there to add in some mushrooms into your morning coffee or your smoothie or your super gut yogurt I've been making pretty regularly. So lion's mane can stimulate the production of the nerve growth factor called NGF through neurogenesis. So NGF plays a role in the growth, maintenance, and survival of nerve cells and plays a role in muscle growth and recovery. So something to look at on here, lots of articles. So other promotes vasodilation, loaded with muscle growth nutrients. So I'll pause there. Lion's mane is a natural source of various nutrients that can support muscle growth and recovery and boost energy, including polysaccharides, essential amino acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So all these help the cells produce energy. So taking lion's mane as pre-workout can boost your workout by providing essential amino acids, has leucine and beta-alanine, which are known to play a vital role in muscle development. And we talked about that on the protein episode of why we want to take essential amino acids pre and post workout. Lion's mane is also rich in antioxidants and help reduce muscle damage and promote recovery after exercise. So they're finding this mushroom is a good source of vitamins and minerals as vitamin D, B vitamins, biotin, magnesium, supports muscle growth, promotes balance of electrolytes in the body, and can enhance and maintain muscle growth when combined with other supplements as, can't read, arginine, sulfate, and choline. So you can read that. Also promotes weight loss, brain fog, and more. So check out that article if you want to learn more, naturerise.com on lion mane pre-workout. So pretty fascinating. I will add in how much to take. This is how I found this article. How much do I need to take of these mushroom adaptogens to create an effective dose? This article says a dose of 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams daily has been shown to boost energy levels, fight inflammation, promote muscle recovery after workout, and other health benefits that we went over of cognitive function and focus. Now, again, everyone has to do the disclaimer. Talk to your healthcare professional, which probably knows nothing about it, but everyone has to give that disclaimer. So lion's mane, test it out yourself. Always good to add one thing in at a time. We talk as FDN practitioners, sequencing and titrating things in. So not just taking all at once because you don't know what works or doesn't work in your body. So if you have a reaction to an ingredient, you don't know what it's coming from unless you do just lion's mane. Okay, that works great. No side effects. All right, next day add in, have chaga by itself. All right, then maybe combine the two together. So checking it out. So there's a great article they have on lion's mane dosage that you can look up, how much to take daily. So looking at, lion's mane extract versus powder versus liquid, how much should you take of a powder? They say to fight inflammation, you can go as high as 2,000 milligrams a day, start lower at 1,000 milligrams daily and work up to avoid side effects. So small increments will help your body get used to it. So that's lion's mane powder. There's also tinctures that you can do 2 to 3 drops 3 times daily. So maybe if you don't like the taste, maybe you just add some droppers. I always like liquid or something I can put in. It doesn't have a strong flavor. So that is another, or capsules, which I'm trying to eliminate capsules in my world, not have so many supplements take. So their dosage for capsules would be a dose, as we said, 2,000 milligrams, starting with 1,000 milligrams. So figure out how much is in one capsule and what the serving size would be per capsule or tablet to get 1,000 milligrams. So if each capsule has 500 milligrams. You can start with 2 daily tablets, and that's 1,000 milligrams, and then increase up to 4 tablets, maybe 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or something pre-workout. So that's some great information on lion's mane. And what about some other ones? So I looked up chaga, and there's an article the same website had on chaga and how would this help us as athletes. So chaga, immune support, improves intestinal and gut health. Now, I've been doing functional lab testing while I became an FDN practitioner, combine that with my nutritional therapy practitioner, and combine that with my triathlon and run coaching and fat loss coaching program. I feel like nutritional therapy can look and find a lot of imbalances, but then I still want to test and not guess what's going on under the hood. So functional lab testing as Genova Diagnostics, or the GI map, gives us a lot of clues to what might be going on. So H. pylori, bacteria overgrowth, candida, all these things that we have no clue about unless we do lab testing. So interesting, chaga improves intestinal and gut health. So they say here in this article, chaga mushrooms could be your secret weapon against stomach ulcers caused by H. pylori. Now, we all have some H. pylori a little bit, but I'm finding a lot of people, because stress, we're less resilient, so we can get higher amounts of H. pylori. The more stressed you are, your immune system and self-defense is not working as well. So we have a lot of clients, including myself, I had high H. pylori. That really impacts our ability to break down our food, specifically protein in your stomach, and properly get those amino acids. So that's a big thing with people who are eating high protein diet. Are you even able to break that food down and get the nutrients from it? So adding chaga into your smoothie or coffee may be beneficial for you. So mushrooms contain substances that inhibit the growth of H. pylori bacteria while disrupting their cellular communication. This provides pain relief in people with ulcers while preventing disease without ulcers. So chaga mushroom might be beneficial. Also helps with obesity, hair and skin, and really looking at how to put this with other mushrooms as lion's mane and stack it together. So that is interesting article. If you want to dive in deeper, look up Nature's Rise. The anti-inflammatory benefits, I think, would be great. So looking at lion's mane and chaga together, and maybe do some ashwagandha and some other ones that we talked about, reishi, rhodiola. But this one specifically on lion's mane and chaga have the chronic inflammations reduced. Now, again, athletes, we get a lot of inflammation from exercise, especially if you're doing a lot of high heart rate workouts and you're not recovering, repairing, you have a lot of oxidative stress. So we want to make sure we're managing our inflammation, getting our functional lab tests, and getting our comprehensive blood chemistry panel, looking at your inflammatory markers as C-reactive protein. So chronic inflammation is associated with many health problems, as of course, heart health and cardiovascular disease, but different types of cancer, inflammation of the joints, and development of rheumatoid arthritis. So pretty cool that lion's mane and chaga, because we're looking at nutritional therapy, superfoods that can help us be a better form of ourselves, perform our best. So interesting on lion's mane, and then that they are adaptogens. Can you mix them together? You know, some great information. What is the best time to take them? How to take lion's mane with or without food. So they go into all of that. So key takeaways on this one. Summary, chaga is an adaptogen and it's an immune booster that promotes physical health and overall well-being. Lion's mane is a brain tonic that boosts your overall brain health, providing mental benefits. Chaga and lion's mane share anti-inflammatory, nutritional, and cancer-fighting benefits. So stacking these together would be good. Okay, another article I found. My friend Sean Wells has an amazing website with so many free resources. So go out seanwells.com. This year, came out with this new article, Science Behind Medicinal Mushrooms. So you can find some great articles. Whoop. I found this on the web. I don't know, Siri is listening to me. Siri is listening to me. The science behind medicinal mushrooms, polysaccharides, HCCC, beta-glucans. So you can read about all this. The types of mushrooms and their benefits are all on here. Chaga, reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane, shiitake, maitake. But it's pretty amazing research on it. So if you go here, you have this click on here. You can get a free downloadable guide that looks like this, 19 pages of mushrooms. So you can look at this free ebook, The Wonderful World of Mushrooms, from Sean Wells' website, The Ingredientologist, and find out the benefits and how to get this into your diet. So we'll try to get Sean on the show to go over this, but I thought this was a great hand up if you really want to dive deep into the world of mushrooms. But the top 7 mushrooms he talks about on here: cordyceps. The main benefits is increases strength and stamina, blood glucose control, immune system stimulant, antioxidant, support kidney health, and helps libido and reduce fatigue. When, okay, and then you got reishi. This is tough to, you want it as an extract. So liquid and tea might be good. So what is reishi good for? I hear about this all the time. So manages stress and anxiety. It's a good adaptogen to help restore and maintain homeostasis in the body. So remember, adaptogens increase our ability to manage stress and resist the negative consequences from adrenal damage to other hormone imbalances that are vital for overall stress management. So good reminder there why we should maybe add some reishi into our routine as well. So improve sleep and blood sugar control as well as stress and anxiety control. Now then he talks about turkey tail. And this is another adaptogen that helps us with stress, being more resilient. So looking at your heart rate variability, you can listen to my podcast with Rhonda. We talked about heart rate variability and also did some other previous podcasts with her, as well as other experts in heart rate variability. And that'd be a good way to find out how resilient you are. What is your LF to HF score on your heart rate variability test, as well as your number. So what turkey tail helps as an antioxidant, immune system regulation, anti-cancer, anti-tumor effects, insulin, and glucose regulation. Wow. See, lion's mane. Lion's mane we talked a lot about already, but its ability to improve focus and memory. So it's often a nootropic, but the brain health, mood, concentration, and it's high in protein, 20% protein. Good to add in. All right, and the shiitake promotes heart health, antioxidant, immune system, stimulant, anti-cancer, and then maitake, that is rich in minerals, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Oh, I'm low in potassium, so I could use that. Vitamins B2 and D2, niacin, fiber, amino acids, and it has beta glucans that have profound effects as well. Good prebiotics. So we want to look at blood glucose control on these, another anti-cancer, anti-tumor effects, benefiting our immune system, lowering blood sugar or blood pressure, and helps with weight loss, insulin sensitivity, and cholesterol. Chaga, we know about chaga, so helps with lowering LDL cholesterol and increases HDL cholesterol, anti-cancer, other effects as blood glucose levels, and boosts the immune system with high amounts of beta glucans. So chaga can slow aging down by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, 2 hallmark processes contributing to aging. So as an athlete, we want to look for oxidative stress, ways to reduce it and reduce inflammation, because you're exercising a lot. You probably are increasing your stress on your body, oxidative stress from your workouts. So there's lots of information there. You can go through this article from Sean Wells on The Ingredientologist. So great links as well. Okay. And then lastly, found another good source. Laird's has a great combo, chaga, cordyceps, lion's mane, and maitake. They're mushrooms for energy and cognition. So this would be a good pre-workout, and I'd put this in my coffee, and you can look at the ingredients and see how much it has of each. There's 500 milligrams in each. So going back to the article on 1,000 milligrams to 2,000, well, then we could take this 2 scoops. So 1 serving, you always want to read a label. 1 teaspoon is a serving, and that's what's on here, 10 calories and 2 grams of carbs. And the organic performance blend is 2 grams of mushrooms, organic dried. So you're getting all that, and how much you can do, maybe 1 teaspoon in performance mushrooms, pour in your coffee, tea, smoothie, or shake, or favorite recipes, and try it out. So you can see The chaga helps with oxidative stress. Cordyceps helps with energy. Lion's mane boosts cognitive function. Maitake strengthens immune system. So overall, so that's a great option. I'm a fan of this one in my coffee. Also, I put everything into a blog on mud water coffee is another thing. Has lion's mane, reishi mushroom, it has chaga, turkey tail maitake, and it has a bunch of other ingredients as well as chai and cinnamon and turmeric. So that's something to look at as a drink instead of coffee and get that beta glucans in there to help with anti-tumor growth, immune modulating antioxidants, and neuroprotective chemicals. And then I wrote another article, put in the show notes, put all this together. So looking at my cheat notes from Om Mushroom, this has the kind of the cheat sheet for reishi, chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps. So we hear more for the performance mushroom is cordyceps. So if you're looking for what to take pre-workout, have something with the cordyceps in it, and then maybe afterwards have some mushroom adaptogens, ashwagandha as well, to help with recovery and repair and the stress from the workout if you did a harder workout. But cordyceps helps for vitality and endurance, supports oxygen consumption, delivery, oxygen to increase energy, supports cardiac function, respiratory health. So that'd be something to look at. So lion's mane, chaga, put all that in here. The pre-workout, having some lion's mane, help boost physical performance. So having that stack of your mushroom adaptogens as the cordyceps, lion's mane, chaga would be pretty good. So that's why I'm a big fan of looking at this Laird's product, or whoops, went too big, can't get out of there. So that's something to look at. Okay, so let me know your questions. I just want to share kind of what I've been looking at. It's like I always am curious of the why, how do things work? How much do I need? Yeah, mushrooms are great. I need ashwagandha, need to manage my stress. I need some more adaptogens in my day, especially on harder workout days or busier work days. But how much should I take? When should I take it? So lots of good articles want to help fight fatigue. What do I take for that? Looking at lion's mane, caffeine, taurine to help your energy, strengthen your gym. How do I promote muscle growth? You know, I'm taking Kion essential aminos pre and post workout. Stack that with my coffee, putting the mushroom adaptogens into my coffee, having lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga. So lion's mane is great. And then vasodilation helps widen the blood vessels, increasing blood flow, oxygen delivery to the muscles, improving physical performance and recovery. So if lion's mane helps vasodilation through the effects on nitric oxide, that will help get blood flow to those muscles. So lots of good information I was trying to put together in a blog. I am not writing the article. I'm just combining little blurbs of articles, research I read here and there, and put it together so it's one place, because I get too many browsers open and I just rather save it all in one home. So that's kind of my blog. Is not an article, but just a collection of other articles. So combining lion's mane with other workout products is citrulline malate to help boost both nitric oxide boosters, enhances vasodilation, including you can take the beets. There's other things you can do, but I like doing the coffee, stacking that with the the mushrooms, and then having essential amino acids through my Kion. And then I'll have some post-workout, maybe add some collagen in there, and then have a whey protein shake if I'm at home. Depends on the year. When it's summer, it's easier to have a shake, but wait till I get my protein in. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So lion's mane, chaga, just all the information is in here. Oh, mushrooms, information on the power of prebiotics, the beta glucans, the mushrooms are the prebiotic. Remember, prebiotics, by the way, feed your microbiome. It's like your garden, you're fertilizing your garden. That's what prebiotics are. Probiotics are your good gut bacteria. So we want to grow the good guys and outnumber the bad guys and have the good guys taken over, controlling the microbiome. So we want to have that diversity of our good gut bugs, but get them to outnumber the bad guys. So going functional mushrooms, species and benefits. I copied this all into, I don't know where this came from, but most popular functional mushrooms, how they can help your natural functions. So that is all in here on this blog, performance boosting superfoods. So Pretty interesting information. You can find all of that on my website, debbiepotts.net. So that is it for my 30-minute talk. Talk to you soon. Let me know your questions.